Okay, y'all. So I wanted to do a story on this because ugh, I had to windmill with a couple of people in the comments about my beliefs, you know, and I'm gonna say this disclaimer, and I'm not going back and forth with people all day about my opinion. Because my opinion is just that I'm not somebody that you can bully me into feeling differently about a situation or a circumstance. I'm the only child. I'm pretty steadfast in my shoes. Like I'm not wavering. Um I'm not kneeling just because it may be, let's say, for example, 30 people saying the same thing. Just admit, da da da, just admit, da da da. People have the right to say what they say, feel how they feel. And like I said once before, people have preferences. I told y'all about what happened to me a couple of weeks ago at my day job. Um, Again, with preferences, I'm learning more as I get older. Keep how you feel about your preferences to yourself, because people always say they ready for that, they I can take it, say it, then when you say it, it's like, whoa, but like my dudes told me, um some people probably think you're gonna say something else, and then you hit them with that, they don't be ready for it, so I know y'all probably like, wait, what are you talking about? But anyway, nonetheless, I you as I'm not gonna spend too much time on this, okay? I said what I said. That's what I said, and that's that. You know, like I told a guy in the comments before, I guess, one thing I've noticed about the brothers, if you heard a black woman talk about her preferences, it's a problem. That's why I say this, and you know, y'all have preferences. Y'all have preferences. Y'all have preferences. Okay? When y'all go out here and get a light skin or a foreign, one thing nobody can ever say is you would ever hear me say, "Oh, well, you need to give the caramel brown skin girls a try." Like, who gives a fuck? If you want to go get you a light skin or a caramel girl, go do that. And for the black woman that go get them a white man or a Mexican or a Hispanic man, that's what the fuck she chooses to do. Why do y'all say the most horrific things about women when things happen to them? Because she wasn't with a black man. That's like me saying, um, well, the police wouldn't have put their foot in their ass if, he didn't step out of line, or maybe he shouldn't have got, pulled over by the police. Then maybe he wouldn't have got fucked up. What if I had said something like that? You see how fucked up that sounds? So it was a couple of comments in the comment section, some black, some white, of, disturbed individuals. That's what I call them. Because how do you say something like this? I saw one white guy say, don't feel bad for the silly little raccoon for, because she shouldn't have been out there selling her body, right? And I got him together, so he stopped commenting. So I went back and forth with a couple of them, but one in particular said, and me and him went back and forth for a little while, but it was a couple of them, right? I had to flow with them, you know, and I'm not going to keep doing that shit. I'm not just go argue with somebody. I can't stand no argument of man, of no race, of no race. I can't stand it. I can't stand it. I can't do it. And you wonder why certain women just say, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna go get me somebody else. Because nobody wants to live in a war zone. I know I don't. That toxic shit has never been cute to me, babe. It has never been cute to me. It has never been cute to me. I can't do it. I can't be with no man that talk all the damn time of no race. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do that back and forth shit. I'll be down. I'm not one of the women that feel like my cousin say, well, the toxic relationship's cute because y'all argue, but then the sex is really good. Damn that. I gotta have me a peace of mind. I can't do it. I cannot do it. And then y'all wonder why people don't be really trying to, you know what I'm saying? Some women will, some women, they'll deal with it. Because, they may have low self-esteem, or they may feel like they can't do no better. Or I've heard women say, well, he met me when I had kids, and ain't nobody gonna take me with these kids. And that's bullshit. But anyway, we're not gonna go into all that. But I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Then y'all wonder why people don't really be down for, like, I can't speak for nobody but myself, but once I see you got that combative spirit over you, I'm not gonna fuck with you. I'm not gonna fuck with you. And then y'all try to bully people into thinking they gotta be with a black man. They don't have to be with y'all. They don't have to be with y'all. I had a guy once tell me I only date foreign women. I only date Puerto Ricans. You think I'm about to go back and forth with him because he don't want a black woman? No. I got the fuck on. The way y'all go out here and get y'all red bone. Y'all, it's like y'all want some, y'all try to bully people into being with y'all. Don't nobody gotta be with you. The fuck? But anyway, I'm gonna tell y'all how I felt about the situation. Very briefly. That was my little disclaimer. People have a right. Go make somebody stay with y'all because you a black so-called self-proclaimed king. Because you get with all ooh, I ain't gonna do it. I ain't gonna do it. I'm gonna say this little piece. You get with all the let's just say the females that ain't really got nothing going for themselves but the aesthetic. But the brain, the knowledge, the education, the job employable skills are not where they need to be. The only thing that she has going for herself is social media and her aesthetic. And she tell you the shit, you the shit, you the shit. So that, you done embedded that in your brain, thinking that you just the shit. Let me go on, because I've been and got up here and really said some off the wall shit, how I really feel about y'all. But I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. But, and that's based on what I've observed. What I've observed. And the thing is, like I was telling another guy, in the comments, y'all get heated when y'all find out a black woman ain't too crazy about the black men. Y'all get heated. Y'all get heated because the thing is, like my cousin told me, she said the thing is, it's probably threw them for a loop. They probably didn't, but you can't, let me just keep my comments to myself because it's nothing wrong with dating a black man. It's nothing wrong with that. But if somebody chooses to date other races, you can't, what, you want to fight them? You want to fight them? You don't know what people have been through in their youth. I've told y'all. Then you had one comment say, well, if she had stayed with her race, that would have never happened to her. How could you say something like that? The way y'all cry when the police put their foot in y'all ass, how could you spit on somebody's grave like that? The way y'all kill women, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Courtney Cox, Gregory Green, Ronnie O'Neal, DC Sniper. Google the real reason why the DC Sniper started murking all those people like that. Google it. Google it. Google the real reason why he did it. When they finally got him on the phone with his wife, Google the real reason why he did it. Y'all try to act like y'all ain't did shit. It was sickening. And that's why I say when stuff happened to y'all, everybody, the world stopped. But one thing I've noticed about black people in as a whole, and people hate y'all. Y'all stamp the person that speaks the truth problematic or crazy because they don't want to kiss y'all ass or kneel to y'all opinion. I've noticed that on jobs, in schools. You know how many times I told y'all I don't hide nothing. You know how many times I done been walked off a job and black people was laughing? Especially the bitches. Especially the black females. That's why I keep y'all out my face. Absolutely. On my social media, I don't accept female friend requests. It's up there big as day. It's up there big as day. I don't. Because I've noticed on my page, back when I used to accept females, it was always some shit. It was always some shit. I don't accept them because it's I don't no race because they're catty. They're very catty. This is why I say I'm not even gonna get into all that, but I have a couple up there, but it's like my cousin or my good Judy or the girl that used to do my hair, my dudes, but that's it. That's it. And it's very small. It's a small number on my page. I don't want my page jumping. I don't want it. I don't want it. Been there, done that. It's a lot of bullshit. Anyway, nonetheless, how could y'all fix y'all mouth and say that about that girl like that? This is why I say when stuff happened to other people, oh, I tell you what did she do? Well, she shouldn't have been da 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 da. She shouldn't have been da 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 da. But then as soon as something happened to y'all, we expected to go out there and hold a sign for y'all. That's why I told you I don't do that for you motherfuckers. I don't. Because look what you just said about her. You think that shit not gonna come back? How could you say that? I'm not fucking with you. You mean to tell me I'm not giving my panties to no man that would say something like that about a woman. I'm not giving my panties to you. The fact that you could even fix your mouth, type that with your fingers. The fact, and you think I'm supposed to fuck with you and have y'all think y'all kings just because it's popularity. What the fuck that's supposed to mean to me? I don't give a fuck about you being jumping on social media. I don't give a fuck about that. I care about how you treat me, how you talk to me, how you love on me, how you dote on me. That's what I care about. I don't give a fuck about your clothes, your shoes. I told y'all many times, I like Steve Urkels. I like the Steve Urkels of the world. I don't want the neighborhood dope boy, rapper, songstress, football player. I don't want you. I want the Steve Urkels. That's who I want. I don't give a fuck about how, your chain and your ring and shit. I don't care. The way y'all fix y'all mouth and say bullshit. I blame these bitches for telling y'all the shit. And y'all just go around and it's like y'all do whatever and just expect people to still fuck with y'all. Well, she shouldn't have went over there with him. She got to be with you? So you basically saying so many words for you to say, well, bro, I'm going to put the comment up. And I'm sorry. I know I don't usually do stuff like that, but I got to do it. I'm sorry. I might block out his face. I might not. I'll think about it. I couldn't believe he wrote that. I couldn't believe it. I should. You know what? And I might do it. I might put his face up because you already showed your identity when you commented. Why not? You put it up there. I couldn't believe it. As much as y'all say the system is against you, the court system, the police, everybody against y'all, and something like this happens to a black girl because she's dating a white guy, this is what y'all say. This is what y'all say. But had Lil Wante, Lil Doodoo, Lil Pookie got smoked on the corner, he's the victim. Had one of your partners got ran down on, got pulled over by the police. Oh, free my boy. They can't hold you down long. The system want to see a black man fail. We gon' ride with you, my boy. We gon' ride with you. I'm like this. Let me tell y'all something. Long story short, I got my hair braided yesterday, right? So the girl that was braiding my hair, her brother called from jail. I said to myself, Lord, I don't want to hear this bullshit. Anyway, when I heard that you have a collect call from this a fictional name, what's up, what's good, I'm saying to myself, I don't want to hear this bullshit. But the girl that braid my hair, she could braid her ass off, right? So I ain't want to piss her off. So I'm like, which a lot of people can braid, but you know how you think your braider is just the best braider. But one second. Look, long story short, because I gotta bounce, okay? He was just the way he was, here's the thing. He was locked up because he went upside his girlfriend's head, okay? Because she accused him of cheating. Evidently they got into it. And he was, so he got locked up. He was telling his sister to call the other girl and see, it was just the same girl she accused him of. She was right. You see what I'm saying? But of course, that being his sister, he gonna lie. And she told him, she said, yeah, she asked me about it too. And he said, what'd you say? And he said, she was like, I told her, no, I ain't know nothing. But I said myself, not one time did I hear her say, hey, that won't cool, bro, or, we don't be fighting girls, it just, and here's the thing, y'all. I'm not saying that only black men do stuff like this, because clearly white people do it too, right? But the more of the story, the reason why I, said, make this video, because it was disgusting how people was speaking on that girl. It was disgusting. And for me, whenever I see a story about, I'm about to wrap this up too, a story about a guy coming at a woman that he met online, for me, it kind of hits a nerve for me, because, back when I was 19, 20, I used to meet a couple of guys on social media, and it went left. You know what I'm saying? So, when you meet people off social media, that's part of the reason why I don't date people off social media at all, in no capacity. If I can't go out and meet you in person, whether that's out and about in the store, or I don't believe in taking people number at a light. I don't believe in it. I've heard horrible stories. When people at the light, like tooting the horn, what's good, I don't believe in it. I'm gonna try not to look at you. I'm not doing it. If I don't see you, out and about running errands or at the gym or something like that, I'm not interested. I'm not interested. It's too much stuff going on in the world. I've told y'all a couple of stories, and and I'm glad I learned young. Because people can't think for 1 second that this could never be them or somebody that they love. Because I can bet you $5 to a cold glass of water, that girl's mother probably would have never thought in a million years that she would have met the fate that she did. Don't ever say oh, well, she should have da da da. And maybe if she didn't, because you don't know how you gonna leave here. You don't know how your daughter gonna leave here. You don't know how your niece gonna leave here. Your mother, your sister. You don't know. You don't know. Your grandchild. Don't ever say, rub in somebody's face something like this, where somebody was literally butchered up to pieces and discarded like she was a pig or something. This was a hate crime. This won't, no, just know I got mad. This was a hate crime. This was a racist dude that met somebody off social media. That he probably was one of them people that always wanted. I've heard of stories where people say, I just always wanted to murder somebody. And he used her as his crash test dummy. Don't ever think in a million years this can't be you. It could be me. It could be you. It could be your mother. It could be your niece. God forbid, right? Right? And I know it's somebody out there listening like, nah. I'm pretty sure her mother felt the same way. I'm pretty sure her uncle felt the same way. None of us know how we gonna leave here. None of us. You know, so don't be so quick to rub in somebody's face a traumatic experience. Okay, I told y'all about the time I met a guy on social media, and you know, I told y'all I've always dressed provocative. I can put on a suit, a nice blouse, a skirt, but I can also put on a cat suit or some hoochie mama shorts. But at the end of the day, I take care of myself. I work 2 jobs and go to school. You know, so whether it don't, so when you do that, sometimes people get the wrong idea. So long story short, one time in particular, I'll never forget, I met a guy off social media. I told him up front, I said, look, I'm not humping. I'm not fucking. Told him off the gate, right? He said, oh, it's cool. This was back when I was no more than about 19, 20. I don't even think I was 20 yet. I don't even think I was 20 yet. I'm gonna tell you how I know, because I was still staying with my dudes. And I moved out when I was 19 going on 20. So I've been on my own for a while now. So anyway, so he came and got me. I had on my little wear, told him I won't fuck. And I said, I told you over the phone. I told you when you said you was going to get your keys to come get me. I told you then. I said, don't drive all the way here because I'm not fucking. Oh, it's cool. He got me in that car. He leaned in. I said, oh, we could do a peck on the cheek. What you mean a peck on the cheek? I said, I just met you in person. I know you didn't, you thought I was going to kiss you in the mouth. I just met you. You know what I'm saying? So we got into it. We went up the road a little bit. Common sense should have told me he had other stuff in mind, because you already leaning in for a kiss. I just met you. You know what I'm saying? So long story short, we had words. And he put me out his car. He said, if you're not fucking, you can get the fuck out my car. I called my good Judy while I was in the car, because she didn't have a car either, but I wanted her to hear how he was talking to me. You know what she did? She said, you need to get out that man's car. Because if he acting like that already, ain't no telling what he capable of. So I got out the car. I said, so what, you really not going to take me home? He pulled right off and gave me the middle finger and pulled off. So that's one of many stories that I can tell y'all, how I had met somebody on social media and it went love. And it's usually stories just like that. It was one guy in particular. I met him off social media, and we was supposed to. I forgot. I think he said he was gonna take me to a nice restaurant. He asked for something, you know, before we went, and I told him no. He said, "So you thought you was just gonna get a free meal?" I said, "You the one that told me that you was gonna take me out." He said, "Yeah, but usually, you know, it's a catch." I said, "Of course, I'm sure." He said, "So you got me?" I said, "Hell no, I just met you." He said, "Well, bitch, you can get the fuck out my car. How about that?" I said, "Really? Are you serious?" He said, "Dead ass. Get the fuck out my car." I stepped one foot out the car. He threw my purse right out the door. He sure did. You know, and when I was younger, they used to hurt my feelings so bad that they would do that. But you know what? Yeah, I'm glad. Because you know why? I could have been just like her. Had I not experienced those things. Sometimes it take people to hurt your feelings. Sometimes, like my good Judy always say, sometimes bad things have to happen so worse things don't happen. And I think what really solidified it for me, and my dudes could tell you, one particular time, this what really made me learn my lesson. And you ain't have to worry about me meet. I ain't want to meet none of you motherfuckers. I don't want to do no meet and greet. I don't want to meet up at the movies. This what really solidified it for me. Right? I've met blacks and whites off social media. So it's nobody can say, well, you just didn't give the. I've met blacks and whites. And I'm not interested. If I can't meet you in person, I don't want to meet you. I'm all right. I don't want to do video chat. I don't want to do it because half y'all be super nice in video chat and mean as hell in person. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I'm all right. I can meet people in real life. I ain't gotta have social media. But nonetheless, one in particular time, this what I said I'm good. I had a broad reach out to me on social media. Ooh. That's a story within itself. That's a story time. I'm gonna give y'all story time on her. After that shit, bruh, let's just say things went left. And it won't no kinky shit. I'm not down with that shit. But it was long. That's the story time all within itself. Kind of find out she was just using me to meet guys, because I told y'all back in the day, my page was jumping, like jumping. And kind of find out, because I'm the girl that has all the guy friends. I don't really have a lot of female friends. I'm sure that y'all can tell by now. I have like one good Judy, that's it. But more than anything, I have a lot of guy friends. So let's just say she was using me to get close to them. Long story short, she used to just play me a lot, and one particular time, upon many, things just went left. It went left, and I was outnumbered in the room, and they told me to wait outside for my ride. And they knew I didn't have a ride. So, they were older than me. I wasn't no more than about 19. These girls was about 23, 24. They were older than me. So, and plus, it's not a huge age gap, but it is. And the thing is, they were very more mature. They were in the world a lot more than me. So they were street smart. Like, these girls were 23, 24, whatever, but they had the mind of like a 30-year-old. They were very mature. They were into stuff that I wasn't into. And that's just what happens when you hang out with people that's older than you. They were drinking. To this day, I'm 26 and I still don't drink. They smoke. I don't smoke. They were just peer pressuring me into feeling like I had to do what they was doing. And I won't down with it. So they told me get out. And I was outnumbered, so it wasn't like I could fight them. It was more to them than me. So I just left, and I didn't have a ride. My guy friends, I guess they call themselves teaching me a lesson. And one in particular said something, I never forget it. He said, I'm not coming to get you this time. I said, why? He said, because I'm tired of bailing you out of shit. I'm tired of you go meet these crazy ass people off the internet and they leave you high and dry. Then you come calling me. I'm tired of it. I told you I wanted to kick it with you tonight anyway. You wanted to go there. So get home the best way you can. My other guy friend, he stopped picking up the phone. He sent me a text. He said, I'm not coming. I couldn't even tell. I said, you didn't even ask. He said, I already know. You probably met one of these weirdos off the internet. They probably found out that you ain't fucking. They ain't coming. I said, no, this different. He said, I'm not coming. Call Lyft, call Uber. All the lifts were 40 and 50 minutes away. It was raining outside. I was ready to go. So you know what I did? Well, no, my dudes was pissed off because she told me not to go with them no more. I went anyway. She said, which she told me to this day, she said she apologized. She said, because had something happened to you, I would have never forgave myself. She said, I was up all night worrying, but I wanted to teach you a lesson. And I was praying God had his hand on you. Right? So, you know what I did? I had to call the police. And that taught me a lesson. And after that, I never went with nobody else off the internet. That taught me a lesson. And it was a group of black people. I'm just saying, not that it matters. I'm just saying. I told y'all, my worst experiences have came from y'all. I've had some nasty experiences with some white fuckers. No doubt. But my most traumatic experiences in life thus far have came from y'all. I'm just saying. So, this particular night, I never forget it. And it taught me a lesson. I called the police. And they were scared. They said, why would you call the police? Because I said, I don't have a way home and I'm ready to go. I was crying. I was ready to go. And this particular night, I never forget it. 2 cops pulled up. 2 white cops. I never forget it. And I was standing outside. And it was raining. And I said to the cop, I said, I told him what was going on. I told him my age. And he said, I smell marijuana. One of them said, I smell marijuana. I said, I ain't been smoking, sir. He said, I don't think you been smoking. But I smell it coming out of that room. Are they smoking in there? I said, I don't know. He said, I smell something. It smell like a liquor or something. I said, but it ain't me, sir. He said, I know it's not you because I can't smell it on your breath. I said, I don't smoke or drink. I showed him my driver's license. He said, how old are the people in there? And I told him, he said, you don't need to be hanging around people that old, and I said, I'm sorry. And he said, I told him what happened. I said, sir, I just want to ride home, and he looked at me for a second. And he said, do I need to go in there? And he said, did they touch you? Did they do anything? I said, no. But had I stayed in there, I feel like things would have went left. And he said, oh, yeah. He said, because anytime people will put you out here like that, because it's just, y'all, they said they wanted to go. I didn't tell the police, but they had plans to go rob the 7-Eleven. And I knew, and that's why it had really, that was one of the things that the girls will always say when I would come around. They would say, this is why I don't hang out with people younger than me, because they're not grown up yet. They would say little subliminals. And when I went and drink, they'll say, this is why we don't want your little young ass around. Because you corny. So, but what made me realize I had to go, they had plans to go rob the 7-Eleven. And I wasn't going. So, get your whack ass up out of here. Yeah, get your whack ass up out of here. Before we drag you up out of here. And here go the dude. Yeah, that part. Because if you with us, you got to do what we do. Yeah, you got to be down for the rat. So I left. You got muscle. You got bitches. It's only me. So I didn't tell the police what they was had planned. So I just said, Mr. Cop, man, I'm ready to go. Met these bitches on social media. We cool, girl. We should link. You know how bitches do. You pretty. We should link. Yeah. And God does stuff for. So yeah, y'all, I'm just realizing that I don't think I'm a 9 to 5 chick. Like, I'm just now realizing that. And maybe it's because I've had a couple of bad experiences, and I haven't really found, I've had some jobs that I really love to pieces, right? That turned into be jobs that I've hate, y'all. Like, when I tell y'all, I have worked jobs where I grew to hate that job so bad, to the point where I would walk past certain people and I would hold up a piece of paper to my face. That's how much I hated the ground that person walked on. I hated their existence. And they took it as I was being funny, but if only the sincerity in my heart, that's how much I hated those people. I mean, I hated those people with every fiber in my being. That's how much I hated them, right? So, and I'm not gonna say every single job that I've worked on it was a bad experience, because I would be lying, right? I'm not gonna say it was everybody, because I would be lying, right? But I've had, y'all, when I tell y'all, throughout the years, I've learned that, for me, based on my experiences, people can be a trip. And I'm not gonna sit up here and say, well, it was always the white people on jobs, because like I told y'all, I've went through it more with blacks than whites in all aspects of life. On jobs, in schools, I have been through it with more blacks than whites. So, I've had some whites to give me a hard time, but not like the blacks. Not like the blacks. Not even close. Okay? When I tell y'all, I have been on jobs, I have been teamed up more by blacks than whites. Like, I can think of maybe 3 people off the top of my head, maybe 4, that were white, right? But when I tell y'all, I have lost count when it came to the blacks. I have lost count, okay, when it came to the blacks. Like, no cap. So, nobody can play in my face and talk about that Black Lives Matter bullshit, because I've come to conclusion that it's no such thing as Black Lives Matter for everybody, in my opinion. Because people pick and choose who it matters for, who it doesn't matter for. They pick and choose, which is fine. I mean, we all have our picks, but for me, the older I get, the more I realize I need to create my own atmosphere. I need to create my own lane. I need to create my own zone, because certain things, the plan was to go get my bachelor's, go get my doctorates, and be done with school. Right? God had other plans. Right now, I'm going to school for my master's. When I tell y'all, I'm still going to go back and get my doctorates, but the older I get, I realize more. Why you keep getting all these degrees and you planning on starting a business? You don't need to have all these degrees to start a business. I want to do that. That's something I want to do for myself regardless. But the older I get, the more I realize, girl, you are not a 9 to 5 chick. Like right now, I told y'all I took a new gig, right? Y'all know I work 2 jobs and go to school. This particular gig, you only get a 30-minute lunch. What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that, bro? Right? So it's another government gig. Of course, majority of my jobs were for the government, or something around that's ram of that kind of shit, right? But bro, what the fuck is 30 minutes? What the fuck is that? I'm used to jobs like you can't even walk to your car without you not being on break. I'm used to jobs being able to go out to the car whenever you want to. Like, you what the fuck is that? You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, 1:30 and 2:15s. What the fuck is that? I'm used to jobs where you could go eat your food, sit at the table, lollygag, be on the phone, warm up get your drink. You can't even have food at your desk. What the fuck is that? So for me, it's like, You know, somebody told me something the other day, and I never forget it. Long as I live, we stayed on the phone for almost 2 hours. Never met this person before a day in my life. I lied to you not. She was supposed to be calling me for an interview on the phone for the first round of interviews, y'all. When I tell y'all, me and this lady talked on the phone for 2 hours just about life, right? Because she told me that she felt something in my spirit that she could relate to, right? Bro, one thing she said to me, and I never forget it, long as I live. She said, if you can't get with the program on these jobs, it's time for you to figure out other things of life, other aspects of life, right? I'm like, what you mean? She said, the bottom line is if you can't get with it, you got to get lost. That's just how these companies work. And for me, you know, the older I get, the more I realize this is not going to work for me long term. I just watched a lady in her 70s get told by her supervisor, do what you need to do, and nobody got to say nothing to you. That was a hard pill for this lady to swallow, right? I wanted to tell this lady so bad, stop telling these people your business because they don't care. I've learned that the hard way. Y'all, but we'll revisit this conversation because now, you know, think about it. By the time you warm up your sandwich, that's 2 minutes. Come back and get your bag and your keys and your purse and shit. That's 2 minutes. Walk out to the car. That's 2 minutes. That's 6 minutes gone already. They expect you. How the fuck you supposed to go get your food, be on the phone, make your phone call, use the bathroom, and this a job where you can't. They expect you to do this like on your break. You know. Damn, by the time, you know, it's ridiculous. And then these jobs, they want you to jump through hoops. To me, seems like the bare minimum. Like, it's not doing it for me anymore. Like, here I am, 26. I'm about to be 27 years old in July. And it's just like, it's not doing it for me. It's not doing it for me no more. Like, I'm about to figure some shit out. I'm about to put some, you know, that's why I don't be trying to fuck with no broke niggas. The fuck, don't come at me about no nails and no feet and shit. I can get my own nails and feet done. Motherfucker, I need you to invest in this company I want to start in the next couple of years. Help me get this land. Help me get some shit in motion. Come on, if you can't help me out, put your money where your mouth is. Help invest in me. Because in the next couple of years, I'm a big girl about to make some moves. Big mama about to make some moves. I'm not doing this with these companies. It's just not doing it for me no more.